What's going on? It's your boy, Brother Allen. I'm back with another one. Hey, and this one is about not taking women so seriously. All right. So, first of all, what do I mean by that? All right. Now, first of all, this is to no offense to females. All right. This is no offense to females, but this is simply just allowing men to get the correct information on how to best prolong a relationship. Because the main thing that a man wants, okay, this is the first thing I want everybody to know that the main thing that a man wants when he's serious about a relationship, all right, I'm not talking about a guy that's just out there looking to smash, all right, I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about guys that are serious about relationships. The main thing that they want is that lifelong relationship. They want that longevity. That's what marriage is. Excuse me, guys. I'm keeping it real. I'm not taking no edits out. But that's what men want that are serious about relationships. That they want it to last for a lifetime. Okay, to one of those I ain't gonna say partners. I'm gonna say one of those two spouses expires, unfortunately. All right, but that's what a man that's serious about it wants. Now, I'm gonna give y'all some facts. These are facts. Okay, these aren't opinions. So I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings, but these are facts. Okay, round about 90% or so of divorces are initiated by females, and likewise, the numbers are the same and very similar for breakups. Most breakups are initiated by the woman. If you ask them and they're honest about it, almost all of their relationships that they've been in and that ended, they've all initiated those breakups. Okay, it's very easy to shake a woman out of a relationship. A man will deal with some things, right? But a woman, typically, she's very easy to shake up out of that relationship, especially if she's been in a bad relationship before. Then she's very, very easy to shake out of the relationship. All right. So it's important for men to know that knowing these things, right? How men tend to not initiate these breakups. Women are. Men, it's easier to keep a man in a relationship than it is for a woman to stay out. I mean, than it is to keep a woman in a relationship. All right, and these are the actual numbers. All right, you can look up the court documents and all of that, and you can say you don't believe in facts or you don't believe in statistics. That's fine. I'm not here to convince anybody. I'm just here to tell you what the facts are and what human nature is. Okay, so if you want to make your relationship last as a man, you have to understand that at any moment and any day it could be over. It could be over. So you can't invest so much into it thinking that it's going to last because you have to know that chances are for the woman, she's very easily to shake up out of the relationship. You may do something right, and then as soon as you're not consistent with that, if you digress from, let's say you started out the relationship giving a woman a bunch of money, or let's say you started out the relationship doing a bunch of favors for the woman. Okay, I'm not saying don't give your woman money. I'm just saying that however you start that relationship has to be the way that you continue throughout it. Because if you digress from it, she's going to look at it as a falling away from what she initially was attracted to. So if you digress from that, remember, it's very easy for a woman to want to leave the relationship. So if you've done that, she's not getting that consistency. There's no congruency with who you presented yourself to be initially. So she's gonna look at it like you're two faced and all of that. That's why you got to be yourself. The best. I'm not just gonna say be yourself, but be the best version of yourself. Okay, you have to be the best version of yourself and present that up front early on, right away, instantaneously, right away in a relationship. And also, you can't take it so serious. Why? Because if you do, that is how you get crushed. Okay. You can't do anything to stop the inevitable. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. But the way how you stop yourself from having so much heartache and pain, you know, and stop yourself from becoming one of those guys who, when women say, "Who hurt you?" Right? Why? Because you're bitter and all of that. The way you stop all of that is you had to go into it lighthearted and not taking it so seriously. And by that you're having fun with it and all of that. And if it ends, it ends. It's like honestly, I hate to say it, I hate to put it to you like this, but it's like a game. Have fun with it, and if you get clipped the first few seconds of the round, all right, well, you can get out, go ahead and start back up on a new on another on the next game, on the next round. So that's how it is. That's just being real. You can't take it that serious. You kind of had to anticipate that the end could come at any moment, at any day. Um, and that's how you have to go throughout it. But the best way of making that last is by not taking it so serious. Because as soon as you take it serious, then comes a whole nother dynamic, and it's like, all right, I already got them, and now it gets born from there, right? There's no anticipation of trying to earn the man. There's no anticipation of trying to get to that wedding date. Once that happens, then that's when it's really on, because you have to make sure that you're constantly satisfying hypergamy, which is basically female attraction, in order to keep her. So you always have to keep the relationship lighthearted, fun. You can't never take it serious, because the minute you start taking it serious and be like, no, we got to do to be a family, all this and the other, it's going to instantly turn her off. It will instantly turn her off the day you start taking it seriously. So stop taking it so serious. Have fun, lighten up, and just be okay with the fact that any day she could be out. She could say, I'm just not feeling him. I just don't love him anymore. It's not the same anymore. I have to find myself. I'm just not attracted to him anymore. When women say that, and it happens often so much with men in relationships, this happens, right? How about we take a break? When you start hearing stuff like that, with talk like that, the familiarities like that, all this is just because you took it too serious. She got bored with you, and she's ready to try something new and excited with someone else. So if you're still here, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and so you can always get the latest content with me. And I'll see you on the next one. God bless.